I've chatted in this video how damage creep is getting worse and worse. And one thing we see more and more is -1 damage, and it's so powerful. What is Tau's best option to counter it? I've done the mathhammer to find out which unit has got the best offensive points efficiency against such a defensive ability. Doing the maths for lots of units with different gun options, against various enemy unit types with different wound profiles, saves, toughness and invuns, the surprising and consistent winner in efficiency against all this type is Pathfinders. Specifically with rail rifles. A 10-man squad with a max 3 rail rifles is only 115 points. A hammerhead in comparison is 145 points with its rail rifle, so they're cheaper, and although the hammerhead can deal one massive swathe of damage, they actually perform better overall. Pathfinders are the main scouting infantry of the Firecast. They are light reconnaissance units, and compared to standard fire warriors, have a more specialist battlefield role with longer range capabilities and technology. They are designed to be up front, causing trouble, and supporting the rest of the army following up behind. They have a 7-inch pre-game move and can fire their marklights after moving, giving them a first-turn marklight range of about 56 inches. Only vehicles and drones can move when firing marklights, so it's a distinct advantage for them over other infantry. With Montcar turns 1 to 3, they can advance and shoot their heavy rail rifles, so taking that 30-inch threat to 43-inch max. Using a marklight which they could probably place themselves, they'll be hitting on 3s, and if they have a commander within 6, they can also reroll hits of 1. The 30-inch range, massively extended with Montcar. Only 1 shot, so that's 3 shots for the squad. Strength 8, -4 AP and 3 damage, plus 1 additional mortal wound. 3 damage is a sweet spot against the -1 to damage, because you're still putting 2 through, which will kill most infantry. You got your extra mortal wound for mopping up any 3 wound models, or your mortal wounds used for overspill. As I said, the Pathfinders with rail rifles do perform better in the maths even than the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead only really comes into play for really big vehicles where 1 shot is probably enough to kill them. Going a little further with Montcar, don't forget that if you're within 18 inches in turn 1, you get +1 AP, and you can reroll wound rolls of 1. As long as you're getting closer and closer turn 2 and 3, you're still getting those buffs. Some really useful extra buffs. In the Borkan set, you've got experimental weaponry for 2 CP, which essentially lets one of the rail rifles ignore invuns. Focus fire for 2 CP. If you're being clever and targeting a unit that's already been wounded by your army, then you can give your rail rifles +1 to wound. So they should be wounding most things on a 2 or a 3. You can also make your marklight from that squad a bit more reliable with recon sweep for 1 CP. You get a +1 to your rolls, it's only a 2+ to get it. You can always consider taking an ethereal on a hover drone. They've got a 10-inch move and fly keywords they can certainly keep up, and they can use their ethereal invocations to give them a specific buff. Shoot and perform actions is pretty good if you're going to stick them on an objective. 5+ feel no pain or -1 to hit will keep them alive a bit longer. Pretty surprising just how efficient this unit is. I think every list should include a set of Pathfinders. And if you want to see what a giant Tau horde looks like, then how about check out this video next, as it's pretty impressive.